Darlene. Hope this isn't a bad time.
Oh, no. No such thing as a bad time with you.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm just fine.
Well, I don't know about that, sis. You've been looking kind of pale lately. I miss that brightness in your cheeks and that big old smile.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah, I do. In fact, that's why I came over here, because I got a surprise for you. But we're gonna have to go outside so I can show it to you.
Oh, Dylan, I really appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't feel like going outside right now. That fall I took kind of set me back, and I think I need to be real careful for a while.
Okay. If you don't want to go, you just hurt my feelings. It's all right.
Dylan Moody, are you trying to pull a guilt trip on me?
Only if it's working.
You old gift. All right.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
I'll get you
Oh, boy, you got the hot rod. Control of the hot rod.
Please don't go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, my God. RJ.
What do you know? Long time no see. Well, how you doing?
What are you doing here? Get away from Rachel. Mom, you don't understand.
No, you're right. I don't understand. I don't understand anything. Did you hear me? I said get your hands off my daughter.
Hey, Cass, anybody home?
Marty, please. You don't have to run away from me.
This is about another rape. It took place last night.
Where?
Same place as the last one. Out in the hospital parking lot. Not long after you were seen at the hospital. Maybe you remember it.
What is it with you, Bo? Why am I your only suspect?
We want you to come down to police station with us, Todd. You want to do that willingly, or you want to do it the hard way?
I'm not going anywhere with you. I didn't do anything. Not this time, not the last time.
When are you going to figure it out, Todd? It doesn't pay to fight us.
When are you going to figure it out? You got the wrong man. Somebody out there is raping people. But it ain't me.
Well, if you didn't do it, then you shouldn't have a problem answering a few questions. Where were you last night about 11?
I was here, okay? My father had a heart attack.
I know. I heard. I'm sorry.
So I was here with him. And when I came here today, they told me that he'd been transferred to Chicago. Then you guys came in. You know what? I'm not saying anything else to you guys.
You're gonna have to see a lot more than that.
Commissioner Buchanan, is there a problem?
Oh, no, ma'am. Everything is under control. Thank you. Hello, Brent. Commissioner. You listen to me, Todd. Everybody here is on edge since that first rape. Now, if you make a scene in here, it's going to set everyone off. No one needs that, especially you. So you come with us, you answer our questions, and there won't be a problem. Unless you want to make it a problem.
Fine. But you're wasting your time. Why bother asking questions when you're sure you've already got the answers?
Becca, hey.
How you doing?
Okay.
Thinking about you lately.
Really, why?
Well, I read about that rape at the hospital. Couldn't believe it. And I know you worked pretty hard to give Todd a second chance, and it must be tough to see him blow it like that.
Look, he didn't do it.
Well, everything in the paper seems
Well,
to
the
say...
papers are wrong. Todd didn't rape that nurse.
Well, hey, you're entitled to your own opinion. Just don't think you should voice it to Powell. Fiance's kind of got this thing.
Kevin, he's not my fiance anymore. Powell broke off the engagement.
I don't believe you. How could you?
This is between RJ and me.
No, this is between my Uncle RJ and me. We were in mid-conversation. You came in here and just start yelling at him for
hold it. Just, why does your Uncle RJ even, how well do you know, how long have you known him?
He came to town a few weeks ago to see Dad. Mom, he was afraid to talk to Dad because he was afraid of his reaction. So he came to me first. He wanted support from someone in our family.
Really? And has this much anticipated reunion actually taken place yet?
Yes, last night.
And may I ask, how did Hank react?
Even worse than you. You can't imagine.
Oh, no, see, I can imagine vividly. In fact, I can understand you keeping your little Uncle RJ away from your father. Why didn't you tell me?
Hey, I'll take the rap for that one. I asked Rachel not to tell you I was in town until I had my life together. Well, at least enough to show you I was on my way. Believe me, she was never keen on the idea.
Mom, I didn't like keeping it from you. I had to keep the secret because I thought it was right. Come on, you have kept secrets when you thought it was right.
Why don't you even start talking about it?
You should be awful proud of this young lady you've raised. She's always trying to do the right thing, no matter what. I mean, you should have seen how she went out of her way for me. She even tried to help me find an honest job.
An honest job? Well, that must have been interesting.
Well, believe it or not, I got one. I'm driving a truck for a bakery.
Yeah, premium bakery.
Really? Is this a standard issue uniform for a premium bakery truck driver?
So I still have a weakness for fine threads, but last time I checked, there wasn't any law against a man looking good. Nora, I don't blame you for doubting me, but I'm a new man. Yeah, I made mistakes, but who hasn't? I did my time, and I'm ready to move on. Well, what about you? Are you ready to forget the past and start again?
No. No, I'm not.
All right, how much longer, Dylan?
Oh, this ought to do it right here. Take a look. You remember when we used to sit down on the front porch, that big old tree?
Oh, my God.
Looks just like it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's so beautiful. Oh, I'm going to tell you, I've been holed up so long inside, I forgot how much I loved it outdoors, especially this time of the year. Oh, the trees just rustling in the wind and the leaves crinkling under my feet when I'm walking. Well, I would have to bring that up, wouldn't I?
Darlene, you are going to walk again.
Oh.
All right? You're going to hear those leaves under your feet. I mean, shoot, you've already taken a step on your own.
Yeah, look what happened when I tried again. How about that?
Well, so what? You fell. You know, and you'll get back up and you'll start walking again. Darlene Moody is not one to just let herself, something like that, just hold her down.
Have you been talking to somebody by the name of Mags Holden or anything, by any chance?
Well, I got to admit, man does know what he's talking about sometimes. Have you had any more thoughts about going back, moving in with him?
I'll be honest with you, sometimes I think about rushing right back into his arms again. And sometimes I think about pushing myself out of this chair and just trying to walk, but nothing is going to happen until I am ready. Not because anybody else says I am.
In other words, thanks for the advice, but back off, huh?
Well, I don't.
All right. That subject's closed. But I got something else to talk to you about.
You mean this isn't my surprise right here?
Nope. I am. I've decided to stay in Landview. I'm not going to go back to the Merchant Marine. They're just going to have to sail on without me. I decided I like it here. It's an all right town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a good job. I mean, I met some people that I like, and, you know, shoot, it's a great place. I'll just stick around.
You are the worst liar I've ever seen in my life. You're staying here because you're worried about me, aren't you?
Well, that might have a little bit to do with it, but, okay, all right. It might have a lot to do with it.
Oh, my Lord.
But, I mean, there's some other great things about Landview. And, you know, I'm gonna give it a go. I'll be fine.
Have you seen Marty lately?
I told you that it's not going anywhere. The lady let me know that she's just not available.
I was reading. I must have dozed off. So I was up with River all night.
Was he sick or something?
No, he's teething, which I've come to realize is the pediatrician's standard response when a healthy baby screams all night and no one has any idea why. But Cassie's been up with him every night. It's my turn.
Where's Cassie now?
Out with River. They're running some errands. I was catching up on reading, church history. Put me right to sleep.
Well, I should let you get back to that.
Marty, I meant what I said. You don't have to run away from me.
Well, I think after what I said the other day, I feel that I do.
We had some awkward moments. We don't have to avoid each other. Maybe we just need to try to talk through this.
I think we should just forget about it.
No, I don't want that. Your happiness, that means a lot to me. I care about you. Nothing could ever change that.
Well, then you'll be glad to hear the good news. I found a house I want to buy. Perfect. It's charming, and it's right on the river.
Tell me all about it.
Well, it's actually an old mill that they've converted into this house. Adorable. Lots of character. It's really beautiful. It's, well, I think the thing I like about it most is it's out of the way. Peaceful. You can actually sit on the porch, and the only sound you hear is the river going over the rocks.
That sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, I know. So I brought this. Remind me that it's real. Willow trees line the banks of the river. It's quite beautiful.
I'll tell you something else that's beautiful. Your smile, which I haven't seen in a long time.
The house. Excited about the house, and I must admit I feel pretty good about the petition that I got into the governor to get Todd back to prison.
You're taking things into your own hands. That's bound to make you feel good.
I know it would make me feel even better. It's a petition, if something went through with the petition. In fact, if you don't mind, before I go, I'd like to just check and see if things...
Just remember, it's the government, so it's going to take time.
Right. Well, I hope not. I mean, if the governor has any idea what's going on, he'll want to get Todd before he hurts someone else.
What time did you leave the hospital?
I don't know, probably after 11.
Anyone see you leave?
Oh, yeah, sure. Lots of people saw me. I'm the boogeyman around there, remember? People noticed me.
Roger, call the hospital. Check, see if anyone saw Todd Manning leave last night.
Sure thing, Commissioner.
Todd, we have another search warrant. I think you know that. So we'll be checking your clothing again.
Yeah, so what?
What were you wearing last night?
Jeans, T-shirt.
Did you get any blood on him?
Not that I know of.
You don't have on that dark jacket you usually wear, the windbreaker?
I don't know where it is. Somebody swiped it. I lost it or something. I don't know. I remember I put it on my dad, and I wheeled him into the ER, and I don't know what happened to it. What? Is there a big deal? You want me to file a missing jacket report while I'm down here?
Why'd you leave the hospital when your dad was in such bad shape? Most people would stick around all night.
Most people don't have fathers who hate their guts. He didn't want me around, okay? Me and my dad, we aren't exactly warding the beeve, So I got a little upset, and then I just got out of there.
How upset were you?
I don't know. What? Like, you mean on a scale of 1 to 10? I was upset, period. I mean, you can ask. People saw it. I mean, I made a little bit of noise.
Mm-hmm. Did you make any noise at a nurse?
I don't remember who was there.
It'd be real helpful if you could remember this nurse.
Okay, fine. Yeah, there was this one nurse there. She was giving me a hard time about the suspension and everything, and I wasn't in the mood for it. So we kind of had words. She's a short chick. She's got blonde hair. I mean, I know her name, and they all got uniforms, right? Oh. So this nurse thinks that I raped her. What, you think I go out and rape every woman I get angry at?
Won't you tell us, Todd, do you?
Commissioner, could I have a word with you?
I'll be back in a minute.
What's with this guy, huh? Hasn't he heard of a little thing called evidence?
You left any out there, Todd. We're gonna find it.
Yeah, just like last time. Hey, is this gonna take much longer, Bo?
Got some bad news, Todd. It's about your dad.
So that's it. You won't even give him a chance. Do you expect me to welcome him with open arms? No. I expected you to have an open mind. Daddy's different. Once he makes up his mind, nothing can change it but you. Mom, you have always given people the benefit of the doubt. Innocent until proven guilty, remember? Well, doesn't Uncle RJ deserve at least that much?
Well, this whole thing has been... it's come as a certain shock, so I might have reacted a bit strongly at first. Hey, why don't we sit down and just calmly discuss it over coffee or something? Sweetheart, why don't you go down and get some coffee and we'll talk. Okay, it'll be fine. Go. Please.
Well, it's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
You hang in there. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, thanks for listening.
You can cut the act now, all right? She can't hear you anymore. This is me you're talking to. I want to know what you're doing here. I want to know what you really want.
What'd they say?
Well, according to the 9th person that I was transferred to, the governor's taken the petition under advisement.
I know it's hard, but I don't know. I guess you gotta realize that some things you have the power to change. Some you don't.
Believe me, I wish I could let it go. Wipe Todd from my mind. Just buy that little mill house. Sit there forever. Just listening to the water rush over the rocks. I mean, buying a house for me, that's easy. Just sign on the dotted line, it's yours. But what I really need, peace of mind. It's not for sale, is it?
If I could, I would give it to you. You can't give someone peace of mind. It's inside.
I know.
But if I had one wish, it would be that you find it soon.
Better get back to your book.
I'll give it up.
No.
Okay.
Better go. Bye.
Bye. Take care of yourself, Marty.
What are you talking about? What happened to my dad?
He had another heart attack.
When?
It happened a little while ago on the plane to Chicago. Look, Todd, this sounds very serious.
What are you talking about, Bill? Is my father gonna die?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't have any of the details. All I know is that he's in a hospital in Chicago and he's listed as critical.
Well, why'd they move him to Chicago anyway? I mean, maybe if they left him here, none of this would have happened.
Look, I've got the number of the hospital. Would you like to call?
It's not gonna do me any good to call. Look, I know that this pardon thing says that I'm not allowed to go anywhere, but you're the commissioner. I mean, maybe you could talk to the governor or the warden or somebody, and they could let me go see my dad.
I don't know, Todd, especially now.
Why? Look, I haven't been arrested. You don't have any evidence against me. Just take this stupid monitor off my ankle and let me go to Chicago.
You know what? I don't get this.
What? My father could be dying. I'd like to be with him. What is so weird about that?
When you were on the run, your father cut himself off from you. Totally. Said you weren't his son anymore. Then last night he kicked you out of his hospital room. From what I understand, he even signed that petition for Marty Saybrook. Now what that means is your own father, Todd, wants to see you back in jail. He hates your guts. Isn't that what you just said? Why in the world would you want to go see him?
Because he's my father. Now, this is my last chance to maybe set things right with him. Please, Bo. Let me go.
I kind of thought Paul would have talked to you. You're his cousin. You live in the same house.
Like I said, I've been buried at the library. I'm sorry. I didn't even know you guys had broken up. Come on, I thought you guys were getting along so well. I thought you were past all the hard stuff and everything was going great.
Yeah, you know, I thought so too. I never thought we'd let Todd get between us again. But Powell has it so built up in his mind.
Is it just in his mind, Rebecca?
Kevin, look, I don't feel anything for Todd. Except pity. I feel sorry for him. But I love Powell. Can you believe that?
If you say it's true, I believe you.
Why can't I get Powell to believe that too?
I'll tell you what. I'm going to call the Department of Corrections and work it out so you can go to Chicago.
You would do that for me?
I have a father, too.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you don't have to say anything. Just don't screw this up, Todd.
I won't. You've put your faith in me, and I won't let you down.
Oh, I know you won't. I may have a soft spot in my heart, but not in my head. There's going to be an armed escort with you every second of the time that you're gone. Now, you do anything. I mean, anything at all out of line, all bets are off. Now, you got that?
Loud and clear. What happens now?
Well, I'll call the authorities, and then I'll have a guard take you to the airport.
I'd like to catch the next flight. How long's it going to take to sort all this out?
Maybe an hour.
Great. There's someone I'd like to talk to before I go. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, Commissioner. I'm new here, but this guy went on the run before, didn't he? And you let him convince you he could leave town?
No, Andy, he didn't convince me of anything.
Then why'd you let him go?
Let's just say that having Todd Manning out of town right now, that's the best thing that could happen to us.
Go ahead. Diss me. You never had faith in me. Not even back when we were friends. Not even when you agreed to defend me.
Is that what this is all about? Is it you blame me because you had to go to prison, so now you're come back here to rub my face in it? Okay, consider my face rubbed. Now you can leave.
Have I mentioned how hot you're looking? Even more beautiful than back in the old days. Hank was a fool to let you slip away.
You shut up. For your sake, I'm going to pretend you never said that. Now, look, I don't know what it is that you want, but whatever it is, you leave me and my daughter out of it. Do you hear me?
Well, I hear a lot of anger coming at me. That's a shame. Because I'm the one who should be angry at you.
Oh.
You had my future in your hands and you blew it.
This is such classic RJ. Listen to you. You can't admit that you deserve to go to prison because you did something wrong, because you were guilty. You have to blame it on possibly having a bad lawyer.
Look, there you go again. How are you supposed to defend a man you don't believe in?
You've got a real talent, you know that? Real talent. Blaming other people for your mistakes. Yada, yada, yada. You know, and you're good at it, too, because you actually get people buying into it. Well, I'm not buying into this. I'm not buying anymore. Goodbye, RJ.
What is going on? I thought we were going to discuss this calmly.
You see, we discussed this calmly. It's over, and now RJ's leaving.
Yeah, I really do have to go, Rachel. I have to be at work in 20 minutes, and, well, the time clock doesn't take excuses. But don't worry. I've changed my mind about leaving town.
What, you're going to stay in Landview?
Yeah. Even if Hank and Nora aren't ready to accept me, I've got you in my corner, and that's worth sticking around for.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Nora?
Yes.
Whether you want to believe it or not, it's been good seeing you again. Goodbye, ladies.
Don't you say one word. You don't say one word. You listen to me. I know he's charming, and he's funny, and he makes you feel so good about yourself, and it's so easy to believe in him. Don't. It's an act. You gotta promise me you'll never see him again.
No.
Oh, God.
I can't promise that.
He's gonna hurt you, baby.
Mama, I thought you would be so different about this. You refused to even give him a chance.
No, you're wrong, Rachel. I've given RJ lots of chances. More than you'll ever know.
What in the world are you doing with that?
A little Japanese paper folding trick I picked up in the Merchant Marine.
Well, I'm glad you learned something useful on that job.
Yeah, you laugh now, but you wait till you see this baby fly.
Oh. I can remember a time when, Max and I were talking about having a family and how many babies we were going to have and what we're going to name them. Well, it's all over with, isn't it?
Arlene, don't you even talk like that. You are going to be a mother. The best. Not counting ours, of course.
Oh, yeah. What makes you think that?
Well, you're not the only Moody with psychic ability, you know.
You know what you are? You're just plain silly sometimes.
Well, at least I made you smile. All right, you ready to see this baby fly?
Oh, yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, blast off.
Woo! Oh, well, it's back to the drawing board.
Hey, that was just a test run. We'll try it again. Excuse me. You're, kind of standing on my glider.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
Marty, my brother's having a little trouble here with his paper airplane.
It's not a paper airplane. It is a Japanese glider, or used to be.
Do you think you could give him a hand, help him out with it?
Oh, I've never really been good with things like that.
Hey, they're fun.
Not for me.
Well, maybe some other time then, huh? Arlene, I'd better get you back home. I gotta get to work at Rhodey's.
Oh, shoot, I was just starting to love it out here.
Well, I can stay with you, Lena.
You sure?
Beautiful day. We haven't had any time to chat. Why don't you go ahead, Dylan? I'll take Luna back to the palace.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.
See you later, honey.
Bye-bye.
Hey! Thanks for the surprise. I love it.
What was the surprise?
Well, Dylan's told me that he's planning on hanging around in Landview. For a while, at least. So how are you doing? You've been working real hard on this petition, I bet.
Actually, I filed it already.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Well, have you heard anything from it? Or?
Well, they say the governor's taking it under advisement, which means nothing could happen for weeks or nothing at all.
Well, it sounds like you've done all you can, and maybe now you can say, this is out of my hands, and you can set aside some of that anger, and you can find out that there's a lot more room in your heart for other things, like maybe some love.
No. I don't think I'm ready to talk about love.
Well, I know you've had to face this thing on your own. You had to, but I think you'll see once you start to open your heart and love somebody, this world's gonna be a much brighter place.
No, see, that's wrong. That's what everyone says love is supposed to be about. But love just makes you miserable, makes things worse. I love someone so much right now, more than anything. But he can't love me back. Good is that, Luna? What good is that?
So how's the chemo going? Yeah. Well, you let me know when they're ready to go to the next step, okay? I love you too, Dad. No, it's the only, just to see how you are. That's the only reason I called. I'm a little tired, maybe, but Cassie's fine and River's fine. Everybody's fine, so. Hey, let's just focus on you right now, okay? And, I'll call you soon. I will. Okay. Bye.
When you think about it, having Todd out of Landview makes things a lot easier than having him in Landview.
Oh, how do you figure?
Well, let's say Todd's our guy. Having him out of town under constant guard, that'll prevent another rape. Or, if, heaven forbid, there should be another rape, using the same MO and Todd is gone, that means he's not our guy. Everyone is going to be a whole lot safer this way.
So Todd gets a trip to Chicago while we are stuck trying to dig up more evidence than that the rapist wore a ski mask and a dark windbreaker.
Wish we could get our hands on that jacket that Todd says he lost.
Somehow I have a little trouble believing that.
You know what's funny? Sometimes I'd like to believe Todd. Like when he talks about his dad, I'd like to believe that he didn't commit those rapes, that he's just some, I don't know, some mixed up kid who can't get a break. But then I think about all the things that he's done. And I sure think about all the people that he's hurt. And then I stop believing in him. Fast.
If there's anything I can do, just let me know, all right?
Thanks.
Rebecca, I'm glad I found you.
Todd, what are you doing here?
Gee, Kev. Didn't realize you were the hall monitor. Congratulations. I need to talk to you. Is this okay with you? Butt out, Kevin.
I'm okay, Kevin.
All right. See you later. Excuse me. Squeeze you.
Don't start.
Don't start what?
No, I know you're happy that Powell and I broke up, but no matter what you think, it's not what I want, so just don't start.
That's not what I came here to talk about. I came to say goodbye.
What do you mean, goodbye? Where are you going?
Going to Chicago. My father had another heart attack when they were transferring him there. And they think this one may be real bad.
I'm so sorry. I know this is hard on you.
You see, I mean, that's the really weird thing, you know? I mean, I know my father hates me. I mean, he's told me enough times. And he even signed Marty's petition to have me thrown back in prison, but it still tears me up to know that he's sick.
Well, he's your father. But how can you go to Chicago?
Well, Bo Buchanan's working it out. I'm just hoping that if I go all the way out there and he sees that I made the effort, maybe I can make him realize that no matter what I did or what's happened, I'm still his son. I can't let him die without trying one more time to make him see that.
Well, I'm sure deep down, your father loves you. I think it's a good idea for you to go see him. Maybe this time you can make things right.
I knew you'd understand.
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
There is one other thing that you should probably know.
What's wrong?
Another nurse was raped.
Oh, God.
And the cops think that I did it again. But they're wrong. Again. I didn't rape that woman, Rebecca. No matter what anybody says, I swear to you, I didn't do it.
Well, I hope they find the person who did it. Maybe now they'll be able to leave you alone.
You believe in me? No matter what anybody else thinks, you believe in me. Don't ever stop, Rebecca. It's what keeps me going. I'll be back.
Another rape? That's terrible. Do you think Todd did it?
I don't know what I can think and what I can prove right now, honey. Those are two totally different things.
So we're basically talking about a serial rapist.
Yes, you got it, Red. And that's why I want you to promise me that you are going to be very, very careful.
I will be extra careful, I promise.
Okay. Now, talking about other dangerous situations. I got a call from Pa. He's invited us to dinner at his house with him and his... And the word sticks right in my throat. His fiancée. Yeah.
I know Alex invited me.
What'd you say?
I put her off. I thought it was your place not to accept. So you do whatever you want to do.
I get the feeling now is the time to talk about this, okay? So let's talk about you. Did you have something on your mind? Would you like to share it with the class?
We talking about Hank's brother, RJ? You know, I had you run that check on him and Hank flipped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's reared his head here in Landview. I saw him at Rachel's. Apparently, he's got her convinced now that he's some reformed saint.
Aha.
Aha, what?
Ben called me. He wanted me to check up, see what RJ's been up to since he's been out of jail.
What did you find on him?
Well, absolutely nothing. According to all the reports, RJ Gannon is a model citizen.
Oh, that's great. Well, I guess there's just nothing to worry about then, is there? Huh.
Marty, I had no idea you had a man in your life.
Yeah, well, I've never said anything to anyone before. Never even told him.
He doesn't even know?
Oh, he knows. It's written all over my face every time I see him. All he has to do is look into my eyes and he can tell how I feel about him. But I can't stop feeling it, no matter how wrong it is.
Do you want to tell me who it is?
I don't know.
Well, you don't have to, but if you think it might help you to talk about it, your secret is safe with me.
God, Luna, Andrew. I'm in love with Andrew.